This is why I don't watch reviews of figures that I don't have, because they get me all ready to be disappointed with the figure, and then I get the figure, and I absolutely love it. Hello, buddy, TK here, and welcome to my review of Kingdom Scorponok, the final figure of Wave 3, besides Dragodon, but we're not getting him, and I'm not counting the Arc and Rodimus Prime as Wave 3, they're more of a specialty thing, and I'm gonna rank the specialty things later on, but this is Kingdom Scorponok, and despite what you've heard, I'm very pleased with this figure. Very, very pleased with this figure. However, I do think there are some things that could have been improved, and overall, I do think the figure could have maybe been better overall. I do think there are maybe some things Hasbro could have done to make this a little better, but I'm generally pretty damn satisfied with Kingdom Scorponok, so let's get into the review. So here is Kingdom Scorponok. He's a lovely representation of Beast Wars Scorponok. Not 100% accurate. You can clearly see there were some liberties taken with this one. For one, he's much fatter and a lot chunkier than he was in Beast Wars, and also the placement of the scorpion tail is completely wrong. In the show, in Beast Wars, Scorponok's tail was like right here, level with his head, and it would come up over his head like this. But this one is on his back, basically like a tail, and you just fold it up like that, and you kind of have that going on. Or you can actually mess with it. You can do whatever you want. That's just how I like to have it. But you can also bring it out like this if you want to, bring it in, have it really up. But me personally, I like to bring that piece down, bring that piece up, and have this rest up there, because that just looks the best in my opinion. But overall, I really do like the way he looks. The paint apps are lovely. You can see the head sculpt is very lovely painted. Look at all the paint on this guy, man. I didn't even really realize how much paint he has on him. He's just really nice. Very nice head detail. Nice texture work on the purple skin bits right there, including the head right there. He's got the nice little tusk things that Scorponok was very much known for. You can see the scorpion legs on the back, all folded up on the back there. The tail is hollow, but that is due to transformation, so we can't get too mad at it. You do also have some hollow bits on the arms though, and on the legs as well. And I don't think we're gonna be able to get any gap fillers. Maybe those arm pieces, maybe able to get some gap fillers, but I don't know about the legs because it's kind of for transformation for them to be hollow. So I don't think we can get too mad at that. But overall, I do like the paint apps a lot. You got some nice silver, some nice gold right there on the torso, and some nice gold picked out right there on the arms and the legs right there. A nice evenly distributed amount of paint, unlike like Dinobot, who really only had paint on like the top half. He's got a nice distributed amount of paint. See on the feet here, he's got these nice little toe pieces picked out in paint. Very lovely overall, and I'm not seeing any messiness with the paint whatsoever. He looks very clean and very nice. The claws are also very cool. Once again, that texture on the purple skin bits, and the claws are openable, and you have a 5mm peg port in there where you can put the accessories, which we'll talk about in just a second here, but you can obviously plug anything you want in there. They are 5mm ports, so you can plug whatever you want in there. Blast effects if you want to. Hey, it's pretty cool. Or of course, you can just have him chomping down on some maximals with his claws. Hey, do whatever you want, man. If you get the figure, it's yours. But really, really, really cool overall. There is the thing that the claws are like curled in like a realistic scorpion, and honestly, I don't hate it. I don't think this is a big deal. Like, some people are losing their mind over it, freaking the freak out over it, and honestly, I don't really think it's a problem. It's fine. It's kind of fun, actually, you know? Just because the scorpion claws are bent in a little bit. Whatever. Hey, I kind of dig it, honestly. Pretty cool. And you can get some nice little poses of him, like, holding this up and, like, having this out and turn his head like that if you want to. The posability is also pretty darn solid. You got a nice 90-degree bend at the elbow right there. The head sculpt is on a ball joint, although I have found that his head sculpt likes to pop off very easily. You can see it pops off very easily, which honestly, that might be a positive because Scorponok was constantly getting his head blown off in the show. So I don't know, you could totally use that to your advantage in your poses and your displays and whatnot. But hey, looking at the bright side of things, right? I'm sure Scorponok doesn't really appreciate that, but yeah, pretty cool overall. And once again, the posability is good. You got some nice 90-degree bend at the knee. Actually, you can get way more than 90-degree bend right there. Very, very nice. And just like every other War for Cybertron Trilogy figure, a beautiful ankle pivot right there. Very, very, very lovely. I'm going to miss the War for Cybertron Trilogy when it's all said and done. Although hopefully the engineering will carry over into whatever line is next. I'm assuming it probably will. But yeah, there is Kingdom Scorponok. Let's talk accessories, because you get some pretty neat accessories with Kingdom Scorponok. So first thing you get is something, you know what, let's start off with the other one first because it's a little less exciting. You get some little missiles right here, which is pretty fun. Little missiles, a little peg right there. I will say they're hollow on the other side, and I don't like that. That's another thing that could get filled up with a gap filler piece, but still, it would have been nice if they could have filled those in and stopped being cheap, but overall, it's not too bad, and it's pretty cool. You can plug these in to either of the claws if you want to, although personally, I think that I go for animation accurate, and I'm pretty sure that in the show, he had the missiles in this claw, because the other claw has the cooler accessory in my opinion. I cannot believe they included this, man. This is so cool. The Cyber Bee, his little Cyber Bee that he shot out and he used it to like track the Maximals and shit. It comes with that. You actually get the Cyber Bee, which is so cool. Look at that. That is so fun. There should have been like a little, you know how the War for Cybertron trilogy figures have these little nubbins right there for the blast effects? There should have been like a little port that you could plug them onto so you could like have him stuck to him. That would have been so cool. Can't believe Hasbro didn't think of that, but a really cool accessory. Even picked it out with some paint on the wings and the eyes right there. Very cool. And you can plug this in right here to his claw right here. And personally, I don't think I'll ever be taking these accessories out ever again. I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave these in here indefinitely because you don't have to take them out. You can just leave them in there for all eternity. Just plug them in there and there you go. They are in there and I personally think that that's really cool. You open this because you can open this one and there you have his Cyber Bee right there. You can plug a blast effect in there and plug it in as well and it'll look like it like blasting off, which is pretty cool. And then in this one, he's got little missiles right there, which is cool, man. This is a cool figure. I like this one a lot. Very, very, very cool. So there you go. The plastic quality also feels very good, if I forgot to mention that, but nice. I like this figure a lot. So here's some comparisons. Alrighty, for comparison, first off, of course, we'll bring in his Predacon buddies right here so we can get a nice group shot of our Predacons so far. Very, very lovely overall. They are looking splendid. Can't wait to add Waspinator to this. And we'll also bring in Dinobot real quick as well, because he was in there at first. So there you go. There is how he scales with the other Predacons. And we'll go ahead and bring in Cheetor and Razor as well, so we can get a look at how he scales with some other deluxe class Kingdom figures. And why not? Let's also throw Rhinox into the ring as well, just so you can get a look at how he scales with a Voyager class as well. And at this point, no reason to not bring in Rat Trap and Primal as well, so that's how he scales with all of our current Kingdom Beast Wars figures. So, so lovely. Here he is with Earthrise Optimus Prime. Here he is with WFC Trilogy Nemesis Prime. And one more, here he is with the WF Trilogy Trons. There we go, Galvatron and Megatron right there. So there you have all of your comparisons for Kingdom Scorponok. Okay, one more just so you can see how he scales with a Titan's Return figure right there. So there you go. I think that they may have made this guy a little too small. I remember in the show, in Beast Wars, Scorponok was a bit taller than some of the other Predacons, so I don't know. I feel like they maybe made him a little too small here, but not a huge complaint. Just wanted to point it out, but like, he's shorter than Black Arachnia, and I definitely don't think that's accurate. I'm pretty sure he was taller than Black Arachnia, but it's what they ended up going with. It's not a huge complaint. He's still a very good toy. I like this one a lot. Spoiler alert, I'm giving this a positive review. I like this figure a lot. And honestly, as I'm reviewing him, I'm liking him even more. So, yeah. But I do think they maybe could have made him just a little bit taller. Maybe just a little bit taller. But overall, that's like one of the things I feel like could have been improved with this figure, is it could have been a little taller overall. But there you go. All right, let's jump into the transformation. The transformation is weird. Weird, kind of fun, pretty satisfying, but weird. Pretty damn weird. All right, to transform Scorponok, we're going to flip his feet down. You want to get this one all the way down just like this. We're going to take his arms, we're going to raise them up about this much, just like this, and that's going to allow us to separate his torso in the middle here. So you just want to open this up just a little bit, and that's going to allow you to come in here and get this this crotch piece, and this is going to untab from there as well. When you're transforming it back in, it's very important that you bring this all the way up until you feel it tab into place. You can actually feel it kind of tab in place right there. If you don't do that, you won't be able to transform it properly, so make sure you do that when you transform it back. Once you do this, you're going to rotate it. We're going to rotate that piece this way so that this foot is like that. Then we're going to come up here, we're going to take the leg, bring this back, and we're going to bring this piece back all the way, and we can take this scorpion head and flip this out from behind his robot head, although it's a little bit difficult to do. You might have to this might fight you a little bit. Honestly, it fought me a lot the first couple times I transformed him, but there we go. And then you're gonna bring this back down, just like that. And now we're gonna take the robot head, and we're going to stuff it into his little torso piece, just like that. And that's all it goes down. It doesn't go down any more than that, so that's all you got there. We're gonna take the waist here. This is going to double hinge in, just like this, and you're gonna get it about there. And you're gonna take his, the leg here, rotate it like this, and this one like this. Bring this leg down, and you can see that little heel spur right there. We're gonna get that to slot into that little peg hole right there. So just get that lined up, and just kind of work it in there. It can be a little bit difficult, but once you get it in there, you'll feel it tab in place, and it's just giving me a little bit of a hard time here, but this is just like that, and just get that tabbed in place. if it wants to go. There we go. And you have that little piece sticking through right there, which will make it really easy to transform it back because you just push that out and that will allow you to transform it back. And then you're gonna come down here, take this leg, double hinge this in, and that will fold down just like that against the bottom right there. And then it's just a matter of orienting everything, bring the arms completely in like this, rotate them this way, bring this out and bring that in, and double hinge that in. Same thing on the other side here. There we go. And then get the legs oriented properly. You can bring them down. They just bring down a little bit, and then you can get those all splayed out just like that. And there you have Scorponok in his amazing Scorpion mode. And the Scorpion mode is, like, awesome. It, like, doubles in size when you transform it. It's pretty darn cool. Like, he's massive now. Look at the size of this thing. Like, real quick, just for a quick little comparison, here's Energon Rodimus Prime, a fairly large deluxe class figure. And here is deluxe class Scorponok right there. Yeah, he's a pretty big boy, honestly. A pretty gigantic scorpion. So, and it looks really cool. Once again, you got all that nice texturing detail on the purple bits and right here on the scorpion parts as well. You can see that nice texture going all the way up there. The little scorpion tail is on a couple hinges. You could kind of untransform it and get a little bit of like, arc. A little more of an arc on the tail, and then you can bring that down, but you can't really get it to go like all the way over his head like that. But still, pretty darn cool overall, and this piece is on a ball joint right here, as you can see there, which is pretty cool. And overall, it just looks pretty cool. You can move the arms around, you know, you can clap if you want to. The head isn't really on any movement, but you can kind of untransform it and like get some like downward movement if you want to. I don't know. Use your imagination, man. But overall, I do think the articulation's solid and nice ball joints at the legs as well. Not really much posability in the legs, but hey, ball joints are nice. You might be able to find some cool stuff with it, and it looks really cool. I think he looks very cool. Honestly, if someone didn't know better, you could probably scare the shit out of him with this thing, man. He's pretty darn cool, and he's massive. He is a big scorpion. So yeah, very cool alt mode in my opinion. I'm super satisfied with it. The bottom is a little weird. You can see how the transformation works. It's so weird. Like his head sculpt just goes down a little bit and then his legs fold out. This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying while this figure is great, it could have been better maybe. Like this is just a little bit difficult to excuse, especially the head just being like tucked down a little bit. But it's not a huge deal. You won't see this very often. Mostly you'll see this, and this looks awesome. So yeah, Scorpion mode is super solid. I really like it, and this figure is just winning me over more and more as I review him. So there you go, Scorpion mode. Very cool. Here's some comparisons. Alright, for comparison, I'll bring in a Black Arachnia here so we can see how our bugs are looking. Very nice. Can't wait to get Waspinator to go with this as well. I don't want to transform Kingdom Megatron. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not doing it. But here is the Sideswipe for a standard WFC Carbot comparison. And lastly, here is, because I compared him with him in Robot mode, here he is with Titan's Return Weird Wolf, so you can see how he scales with a Titan's Return figure right there, because Titan's Return figures are awesome. And you know what? One more I just thought of, just for fun. Here he is with Movie Scorponok. There you go. There you have comparisons. Alrighty, final thoughts on Kingdom Scorponok. Honestly, when I started this review, I was planning on giving him a pretty good review overall, but kind of a little like splotches of negativity every now and then. But honestly, as I review him, I just fall for him even more every second. He's really good, honestly. Like, I really like this figure a lot, actually. Yeah, he's winning me over more and more every second I hold him. He's just really fun, really cool, very good overall. That Scorpion mode is super cool, pretty scary looking too, and very fun. The transformation's fun, it's satisfying, not too bad, pretty nice engineering overall. The articulation's good, the tolerances are good. I did have to use a quick super glue trick to thicken up the swivels in the leg going this way, but not a huge deal. A little bit of super glue, easy fix, and boom, no more wobble. Like when I did this, when I first got him out of the package, the legs would have swiveled back and forth, but as you can see, one quick little super glue fix and we're good to go. And with that, I really can't think of any other bad things to say about this figure. I love the accessories. The inclusion of the Cyber Beat was so awesome, man. That was such an awesome thing to include. I love that so much. The missiles as well, very cool overall. Just a super nice figure. Like, I think when I started making this review, I was planning on giving him an A, but honestly, I think he deserves an S. I think he deserves an S. This is a nice figure overall. If you were worried that this figure wasn't going to turn out great because you saw some early reviews and people were kind of telling you that it's not great, in my opinion, he is great. 100% go pick him up. He is worth it. Kingdom Scorponok is a very solid figure. Man, I just really like him, man. Alrighty, with that being said, everybody, thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in a comment down below and give me a like and subscribe for more Transformer content in the future. And with that being said, this is DK Guillotine, signing out.